Okay. Now, the reason why I'm actually recording this is because I have to get this off my chest, and this is really about Arsenal Football Club. I have never uploaded a video on YouTube about football, but I have to get this off my chest because I just really don't know what to do. Now, I've been watching football for years and years, and Arsenal has always been my club. Right. But, I mean, over the last few weeks, I really actually feel like crying because I don't know what to do. Arsenal are so bad. It is embarrassing. I mean, last season and the season before, when there was this clamour about getting Wenger out, I mean, I always supported Wenger until the last 2 years, where I really felt that he was out of his depth. I felt that he'd basically done as much as he could for Arsenal, and we needed new blood, we needed a younger manager, we needed a manager with fresh ideas. And so I felt that with the crop of players that we had, then any manager would be able to get the best out of this team, and we would actually, could compete in the top four, because prior to the last 2 or 3 years of Arsene Wenger, we'd always been in the top four. We'd been consistently in the top four. So I felt that if we got a new manager, then we could actually, progress further, 1, 2, 3, which is not too much to ask for Arsenal. We're a great football team. We're a big football club, right? So when Unai Emery came in, yes, I thought, yes, new beginning, new manager, he'd been at PSG, and thinking, okay, come in with new ideas and stuff, and then the players would warm to him and so on and so forth. So, we lost those first 2 games, Man City, Chelsea, which was predictable in a way because, they I think they were the winners of the previous season, right? Then we went on the 22 unbeaten run, which I just felt was fantastic. It got to a stage where I knew we were going to win a match, and then something happened. I really don't know what happened, but things started going downhill, and then we started losing the last 10 games towards the end of the season. I really don't know what happened, and then we got to the Europa League final and we just got hammered by Chelsea. And since then, nothing has gotten better. So, I began to wonder, right, that if Unai Emery was that bad, how did we get the 22 games unbeaten? It couldn't have been it was just because he was a new manager. He must have been doing something right. Because these players, they're professional players. They're top, many of these players play for their national team. So they're not bottom of the league players. They're very good players. So this season, things has just got from bad to worse. So what has happened? If the players are not that bad, and it can't be that all of a sudden Unai Emery has become a bad manager, even though now that he's been sacked, I really think he was out of his depth. I think there was nothing else he could do. So there's got to be something wrong because the players are not responding. They're not playing as if they want to win. They're not playing as if they're hungry. They're not playing as if they're fans that are paying to watch them every single week, coming from far to watch them play. So is it a combination of the players are just not responding? Now Unai Emery is gone. We've got Longbo, taking his place. And I think, he's doing the best he can, but I just don't think he can do this. So what are the board actually doing? Because you've got other professionals. You've got other Premier League teams that are looking for managers. You've got West Ham. You've got Everton. It looks like maybe Ancelotti might go to West Ham. What are Arsenal actually doing? And we just don't want a middle-of-the-road manager this time. We are one of the biggest clubs in the world, so we need an elite manager. We need a manager that is going to compete with Klopp, with Pep, with Mourinho at Tottenham. So we just need to get our act together because we've got fans all over the world. And this is just not good enough. I mean, Arsenal players, they must be really pissed off because it's so embarrassing, with all other teams playing. And looking at Arsenal, we know they're going to lose. Every time they get on that pitch, we just know they're going to lose. I mean, what kind of team does that? You wonder, what is wrong with the players? It's not as if we've asked them to go and play and not get paid. They're getting paid to play. It's not as if they're not getting fed. So what is the problem? Even if you don't like a manager, it doesn't mean you can't play. Can't you play for your pride? You need to play for your pride, the pride of being a player. Because if you continue to play without pride, no other club is going to come and look for you. So even if things are bad at Arsenal, at least get on the pitch and do what you've been paid to do. Just for 90 minutes. Even though I am aware that sometimes it's not just the fact that it's a problem with the players. It could be a psychological thing. What are the board doing? They know that there is a problem. We need to get these players working together as a team because they are a good team. We need a manager that players respect. A manager who has clout, who's been tried and tested, so that these players respect them. And if these players don't want to play, then kick them out of the club and get someone else. Because you can't shortchange players like this. This is really upsetting for Arsenal fans, and I don't think people understand this. People can't sleep. People can't eat. When I watched the Man City match last week, yesterday or day before yesterday, I felt like crying. It's so hurtful to see my club go down the pan. And then you have all the other... You've got Wolves. You've got Sheffield United. You've got Burnley. You've got Brighton. They're all overtaking Arsenal. Do we have no shame? Do we have no pride? I really don't even know what to say because I'm so pissed off. I'm just ranting because I don't know what else to do. So Arsenal board, can you look... Oh, damn it, man. All right, okay. I think I've actually said enough because there's really nothing else I can say. But I'm really annoyed. I'm upset. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. I'm embarrassed. I feel shameful. I feel shamed. And I feel hurt that it's as if the board are not taking the fans seriously. Man, you've got to do something. I'm done.